So guys, do you want to know more about it? There are a few people had to leave because I understand you have work commitment or family commitment. I'm going to spend a few minutes now just to explain what we're going to run. And it is a completely new program for Australia. Okay, we run it for several years in Russia, and I personally believe a lot of people that miss this type of knowledge, which we're going to cover during this program. Okay, and let me explain you for a few minutes, and if you decide to join it, so that would be fantastic. Now, it's called From Zero to Investment Hero, and it will be very intensive training for people who want to make money on the stock market. Okay, now I put here duration 2 to 3 months, and the reason for that, because we're going to cover a lot of materials there. I kind of already planned for 2 months, but based on my experience in the Russian market, I know that very often if people get very active and ask a lot of questions, we're going to extend it until the moment they're fully satisfied with the training. So it is going to be in a similar way here. Some people already went through my option training here last year, and they know that we're going to cover until the moment we're going to close all the questions. Okay, so and this is complete training. So even if you don't have anything to do with stock market, you don't understand a thing there, okay, it's still going to teach you from the basic knowledge about the stock market until you feel that you're professional. Okay, a lot of guys join this program, they work in banks, in investment banking, in corporate banking, they work as accountants and financial advisors, and still to come to this particular program, learn a lot, okay, and then implement in their career and business. I have recently the client, VIP client, and she works in a Swiss bank, and she said she's in credit control. So what she does, she assesses the businesses when they come for credit, for loans. And she said, I learned so much in this program. Okay, guys, if you wanna learn and think like professional in the stock market, like those guys who invest billions of dollars, this program is for you. So basically the way how it runs, people who join, they get access to our membership platform. There would be a membership platform where we're going to announce all our live events. Everything is going to be live except few things. So we already pre-recorded how to perform the trades on Interactive Broker and how to open the trading account. That's it. So the rest of it is going to be completely new, fresh, and I'm going to with you all the time. And also technical analysis could be some already parts are recorded there. But the rest of it is going to be live all the time. So you can interact with me, you can ask the questions. Now, some people won't be able to attend, so they have to skip the session. No worries, because next day it's going to be already placed as a recording in your membership platform. So if you miss something, you can watch it later. Now, if you want to rewatch it, you can rewatch it again. In the end of the program, when we complete all the program itself, we're going to combine it in a very good digestive format, and you will be able to download it to your computer, and after that you don't have to log into the platform, and you keep it on your computer forever. Okay, that's what we're planning to do. Now, usually we run 1 or 2 live events every week, like webinars, which runs about the same, from 1 hour to 3 hours. It depends on the questions. But then what you have some practical work. So if, for example, we do screening during our training session, and I show how to screen different companies, after that, you actually go into real market and you start screening. You start looking for companies. And after that particular class, you have a list of companies which you might want to invest in the future. Okay, and then we also have a kind of a discussion, because every stream of education, we break people into groups. Now, maybe it would be 1 group, maybe 2 groups, maybe 3 groups, but you're going to work together, interact together. And when you're doing that screening and other person is doing that screening, you're going to discuss it together. And you can compare what you found against what other person found. And if you found exactly the same companies in different platforms, it gives you a certain hint. Maybe it is something where you have to look at in the future, right? And after that, when we go to, for example, analyze balance sheet, and I'm going to teach you how to analyze all these financial statements in details, like investor should, not like accountant, but like investor. and pay attention to certain things which will help you to distinguish if they're value in the company or not. Because very often the directors of the companies, okay, who hired, they're trying to kind of create different perception of what really happens in the company. And the main reason, for example, they might kind of bubble up the profit and they show that there is a profit there, but in reality, it's like a paper profit. There is no real money coming into business. And they do it because they get bonuses, extra bonuses for showing that profit. And when you see something like that, you have to stay away from the company like that. But sometimes otherwise you see that some directors, they're reducing the amount of profit. So they're hiding the profit. But eventually the asset level growing much, much faster. So, and the price drops down as well because of the profit. And it's a very good part to invest in the business. And the only reason why directors are going to do that, if they own a lot of shares in that business. Okay, if it's just hired people, they're not going to do that because they get income from bonuses. Whereas if the company, the person owns the business, a lot of shares in the business, and then a director, so they're going to make money more from the growth of their shares and portfolio rather than from their salaries and bonuses. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to distinguish all these kind of small things which can help you to make proper decision on the stock market. Now, if you have any technical issues, we have a technical support guys. They're going to help you out. Okay, and now also like the format of the training, this is a training itself, but also we have a investment club membership. Okay, as I told you, and that investment club membership, we're already analyzing real companies, which personally I invest. And if you want also to invest in these companies, you can analyze it and put money to it. So it saves a lot of time for you. And if you join that investment club, so there is a club membership. So you can do just education itself and then to do everything on your own. But you can go through education and also join our investment community and go through our investment club master classes. Okay, join our like annual subscription. And every month we identify one industry, which is very interesting. And I go through industry analysis. So I show you how you can analyze that and invest in that specific industry. But then I choose one company out of this industry. And usually this company where I put my money, not usually, I put the money in every company which I present in masterclass. So I believe that you have to put your money where your mouth is. So I do it like that. So if I presented a company, I put the money together with you. Okay, so at the same time when I present the company. Very often when I prepare companies for those analytical masterclasses, I have few candidates, so say 5 or 6, and then on the last day I decide which company is going to go, because market is so volatile. Sometimes the companies which I prepared week prior to that, they already moved up and there is no way, it's too late to make money there. So I usually try to present during that club meeting, during that masterclass, the company which actually help you to make money right now straight away. Okay, within the next couple of days, you can enter the position, or at least you know the levels where to enter a position and where to close a position. And we always look for long-term investor, for option traders if you trade options, and for short-term traders as well. So different strategy for different people suitable. And you probably, some people here might tell you if they enjoy this class. What the day of the week of the session. Now about the week, we started on 12th of February. That would be the first. And when we get together, we decide. Okay, we decide when to do it. Last time we ran it on Fridays and Mondays. Okay, we can do Tuesday or Fridays. We can do one weekend, Saturday or Sunday, and another would be during the week time. So we'll figure it out. So don't worry about that. Okay, we'll sit down. If you want to do it in the morning, we'll do it in the morning. Okay, so I'm flexible because I don't have to go to work somewhere, right? So we'll figure out. So don't worry. And as I said, there is always time that somebody cannot do it. Something, one session is going to be recorded. So don't worry about that. Okay. And about this. So what you're going to learn there. So first of all, the program starts how corporation is built, what the stock market first. So if you don't know, because if you understand how brokers, market makers, and private investors, institutional investors work together, it's easier for you to understand how some big corporate, they manipulate the market. Okay, and if you understand that, how people like all this organization manipulate you, so that's it. They not be able to manipulate you anymore. A lot of people go and trade and learn from the broker, and it's good to learn from the broker, but you have to understand that there is a conflict of interest between you and the broker, because broker is not interested if you're making money or not. Broker makes money only when you trade. That's why broker is going to teach you the strategies where you trade constantly. That's why brokers, they have this even fine for inactivity. So if you don't trade, you still have to pay a certain amount of money for inactivity on their trading platform. And they're trying to do anything in order to motivate you to trade more often. They don't like value investors, because value investors, they buy it, they hold it for long term and make a lot of money, right? Brokers, they make money when they buy and when they sell only $2, right? So they don't want to do that. Okay, so you need to understand how it works. Then I'll show you how the corporation is structured. You will understand why companies go publicly. Okay, this is a key thing, because if you know that, you will be able to participate in IPO and understand how IPO created and how to make money in IPO. And you can buy shares pre-IPO. Okay, we'll discuss it. And after that, you will be able to, and in IPO, usually you make up from 20 to 40, sometimes more percent, okay, on each IPO. Now, but there are certain pros and cons there. So there are certain things which you have to know before you put a penny in the IPO, okay, it's very, very good. So this, we are going to talk about it, okay, then we're going to speak about fundamental analysis. First, I'm going to show you different sources, which I personally use, and there are quite a lot of them, but then you have to distinguish, because some sources, they are unreliable. The information is constantly wrong there, and you have to stay away from that, okay? So there are certain reliable sources, and I'll show you where the most reliable source is, where you can go to the core, right, and never going to be wrong. Okay, so that's where, so if you're using certain platform and you doubt, so where should you go in order to check if it is correct or not? Okay, and I show you paid sources and free sources completely. So if you don't want to pay for any services like Value Line, for example, right? So you will be able to access some sources for completely $0, right? So it is a good one. Now, then we're going to look at financial statements, and we have one class for balance sheet. We have one class for profit and loss statement, one class for cash flow. And it's not going to be just to explaining how it works. I will explain how balance sheet is structured and what kind of information, but I will teach you how to, where to pay attention, because in the balance sheet, there are certain parameters which you have to pay attention straight away. As soon as you open the balance sheet, as investors, you have to look at 1, 2, 3 points, okay? Because if you don't look there, that's where majority of time hidden money there, okay, or risks there. So same with the profit and loss. If you see that the company is losing money, and especially if it is a big loss, so the company was making money, and then one quarter is huge loss, you might ask, oh my goodness, what happened with the company? Be scared and anything. Or you can open the profit and loss statement and see exactly what happened there. And very often it's just a paper loss, which shown to the taxman in order to reduce their taxes, in order to get extra cash, and then to pay to their debtors, and etc. So very often there are certain kind of manipulation happens on the market, and you need to be aware what kind of manipulations happen and how to use it. Okay, guys, that's what we do. Also, I'm going to show you the very simple spreadsheet system. I'll give you the spreadsheet. One of the companies which we I was starting from, it's called the Investment Club Network. And what they do there, you can just place parameters in the spreadsheet, and it gives you the answer. It gives you the parameter where you buy the stock, where you hold it, and where you sell it. So it gives you a certain understanding of intrinsic value of the company, and where it overvalued, where fair valued, and where undervalued. Okay, we have a couple classes on that one, so you are going to learn it in this case. And then I will teach you how to screen, so how to actually use those parameters, and I show you different platforms, and then you just go and screen it yourself and find the companies for your watch list. So by completing a fundamental analysis part of our education, you're going to have a list of the companies which you're going to trade in the future, okay, and or maybe potentially trade in the future. If you find undervalued companies, you might open the trade during the program itself already. So while we are studying, you already will be opening the position with those companies. Now, also the big part of our education, or very important part of our education, is technical analysis. And if you never ever use technical analysis, you need to know that there are a lot of strategies there, okay? I'm going to show you the strategy which I personally use for many years, and it works for me. Of course, then you can decide and kind of increase the knowledge by putting more knowledge about technical analysis, because believe me, there are so many different strategies there using technical analysis and understanding. Now, also what I'm going to give you during the program, my own settings. I show you already pre-recorded the video, how you can set my settings on your platform. Now, when you're using different strategies, you might tune the indicators. So you like, when you want your car drive faster, you might do some changes in the car, right, for different purpose. Same story with stock market. So if you trade my strategy, the strategy which I implemented and using, so you might want to have exactly the same settings on the technical analysis. Okay? I remember I was in London, and there was that guy who was offering the trading program. It was like 5,000 British pounds, which is gazillion Australian dollars, right? And after that, when they purchased it, he offered them his own settings, and there was a queue to buy it for 1,000 pounds. For just settings. It's just a code which he put it there. So that's how important the proper settings on your technical analysis platform. Why it is important? Because after that, when I run a masterclass in our investment club, like on so I tell you, I'm going to buy it when this and this happens on the technical analysis. And you know, because when you see your platform, you understand that I have exactly the same on my computer. So, and when you see, I am going to teach you when I'm buying, you're going to do exactly the same. Okay, so that's a simple way. And remember that a lot of business people or investors, they tell you don't have to invent the wheel. You have to just replicate what other people do. You do exactly the same, and you're going to get exactly the same results. Okay, I'm happy with the results which I generate. If you want to be happy with your results, do exactly the same. All right. So then what we do, it's a technical platform, like trading platform itself. A lot of people, they actually stop trading because when they open the platform and say, oh, my goodness, it's so scary, I don't understand anything, and they close it and that's it. And can you imagine, one small thing prevents some people from become financially free. So when I realized that, I spent some, even though personally I thought it's so silly and it's so simple to do all these trades, like, I mean, how it can be difficult, but especially when I moved to Russian market and start working there, a lot of people, they don't speak English, and for them, it was a really huge barrier. So what we've done, we recorded the video, how open the trade, how to create the settings on your platform, right? So you can change it in your own way, but you can do exactly the way I personally did. You can create all the settings. It's very adaptable platform. And after that, I show you how to buy, how to sell in different ways, how to put all the stop orders, how to put limit orders, all these different orders which you will require, you will know all of them. If you don't know something, just ask me again, and I record another video, and it will answer your questions, or I will answer during our class. Okay, this is very important. Now, and I already explained you virtual. So you open virtual account, and you put virtual $1 million, and you start trading it, and you practice it. And actually, I recommend to practice virtual trading, even if you're already active trader. And the main reason is that when you're making a decision and you're thinking, I'm going to buy that stock and sell it at that level. And then you think, but maybe I have to buy it and sell it at a different level. So you're not sure. And in order to check it, on real account, you might do one level of exit, and on simulator, you do another level of exit. And then already in the end of the trades, you can compare, and you start learning which one was more profitable for you. So, and then after 3 or 4 or 5 times like that, you're going to learn and you start implementing the one which is more profitable for you. So for example, if it was more profitable in simulator, you're going to do that in the future. Okay, so something like that. Now, also, we're going to talk about the broker. We personally use one broker, but it's up to you. You can use different broker, especially for value investing. There are multiple brokers which you can use, because value investing is just buying and selling shares. But if you in the future would want to add other type of hedging strategy or any other option strategy, future strategies, you might want to choose the broker which we do. And what we've done, we actually pre-recorded a step-by-step guide how to fill the form, because that broker, it's has a very strict requirements. And if you if you never traded and you go to the broker and you tell all the truth, most likely they're not going to open the account for you. Okay, they won't tell you why. But the main reason, because they look for professional traders, and when you're answering the questions, if you're telling the truth, most likely you're going to fail, right? So, but this broker is great because the commission is so low. The capability of the platform is fantastic, and I definitely recommend them. So guys, we will have the special kind of recording how you actually answer all their questions in order to pass their tests and to have the account open. All right, and then I also recorded video how to adjust their settings. But as I said, if you want to do it on your own, you can do it, or you can come to our club meetings and you can ask other guys who can do it. Another thing which is very important, and that's why we started, we talk about psychology. I told you that my first qualification in the medical psychology, psychiatry, and then already derived to business psychology, investment psychology. And I understand that very often there are people on the market who know what to do, but they don't do it because they have internal blocks, fears, okay, something what is blocking them. So I'm going to show you certain strategies, how to avoid them, what you need to do in order to eliminate them, and how to discover those blocks, okay? Because you cannot work with them unless you know what to work with. As soon as you discover them, if you understand that you have certain psychological patterns, you can work with them and eliminate those problems. It's one thing. Secondly, how to increase your profitability level. A lot of people cannot grow in their portfolio. They have $500,000 staying on their bank account, but they can't put $30,000 in stock market because they're afraid it's something new for them. Okay, and what we do here, again, we discover how to break it and reduce that fear by going through certain steps, psychological steps, okay, in any way. Also, we look through your portfolio. One of the classes, it will be just devoted how to build up your portfolio, how properly build up a portfolio. Because in majority of cases, the reason why people fail is, first thing, they don't analyze the stock, they just gamble, it's one thing. But secondly, when they put everything in one company. For example, they listened one specific CEO, and he was so charismatic that they believed in that CEO and they put all the money there. Okay, and the company got bust, and the person would lose all the money. Never do like that. So that's why the rule is diversification, not wide diversification. You don't have to have 50 stocks, but if you have 5 to 20 stocks, properly, it depends on your strategy again. So if you're more like short-term trader, you have to have less stocks. If you're more like long-term trader, you have more stocks, because the time required to control them is less, right? Because if you bought something, you're going to hold it for 2 years, you're not going to come back to that company. Yes, you can have something else, but if you're active trader and you trade using value trading formula, you can buy today, sell it in the end of the week. So if you have 20 companies, it's very already time consuming to control all of it. Okay, so you might have less companies, but then you have better control over that. All right, so this is what we do, and we look at common mistakes. As I explained you, we have mastermind group, so where people within that program, they create this mastermind group, and after that, everything what happens within this education, you go together. And when they complete the education, you actually continue together with that group. It's like recently we completed the option program, and we constantly have these updates. People tell how much money they made in that particular group, and it's very motivational, right? So you can get together, discuss the companies, analyze the company, choose the companies, and it saves a lot of time because if 5 people in that group, one found 2 companies, another person found companies, so altogether you found 10 companies to choose from. So it's much more beneficial to be in a group rather than to be solo investor. Okay, we are going to have a private Facebook group where you can communicate, also probably WhatsApp group, maybe other messenger, depends on your ability. And as I said, gold and VIP packages, we have 3 packages, which I'm going to show you now. They're going to have 12-month access to investment club. And of course, if you join our investment community, I mean, in general, and then you can travel around the world and meet all the traders from all countries practically, right? So guys, as a summary, just want to say, now, this program is definitely for you if you're just beginning and you want to do it right from the very start. Also, if you're trading options, or if you're trading futures, or if you're trading based on technical analysis, and you understand that sometimes the price move, what happens from that big guys, you don't understand properly, believe me, this program is definitely for you. And also because some of the stocks, when you pick them using this approach, they have huge move potential. Yes, okay. It's also good regarding if you want to do it in additional income to what you already have, sorry, or you want to create a full-time income. I know people in both circumstances. I know some people who make like extra $1,000 on a monthly basis, but I also know people who make $70,000 or $80,000 on a monthly basis. Okay, and those people who make more money, they're fully dedicated to that. Some people, they take others people's money in order to manage, because if you remember that Warren Buffett, he actually made his billions not by investing his own money. Warren Buffett created partnerships where people put money, and Warren Buffett put in his first partnership only $100, and they put $105,000. And after that, he started managing other people's money, and that's how he created his billions. So guys, that's a certain hint. So if some people say, oh, I don't have enough money, it will never work for me, remember, if you know how to make money on the stock market, a lot of people will come and bring money to you. Personally, I manage other people's money. I manage some hedge funds money. And who knows, maybe you're going to be one of these people who are going to get into professional career in this field. Because believe me, a lot of hedge funds, they don't care what kind of education you have. They care your profitability. If you can show a track record for several years, how much money you're making, believe me, you're going to be employed, or they're going to give you like a prop trader. They're going to give their own capital, and you're going to trade and get some certain percentage of the profit. So everything is possible, but you need to be making money there. Okay, so something like that. So this is our training program. This is the price. And so basically, basic program, so silver package, that's the whole education which I explained. So it's online meetings, that's a private group, investment group, which we communicate with, mastermind group, so it's everything there. So the normal price is $4,988. At the moment, it's only $19.98. This is education, 2 months education. I know, because I've been in this market forever, I know this business, it is an extremely low price. If you go to any company which educates in stock market, usually they will take you for 5 hours, about $5,000. So 1,000 for 1 hour. And it's going to be recorded, and that's what you're going to get. That's majority of cases, right? So here you get 2 months or 3 months education, constant live, with a lot of questions and answers. It would be less than $2,000, all right, guys? Now, the second package, which includes the 1 year membership, okay, it's cost $6,998, but at the moment we're giving the club membership completely for free. Okay, so you don't pay for 1 year membership. It's like we never done it. In Russia, people pay for this about $1,000 a year, right? So in your particular case, you completely for free. Okay, it's just my bonus for guys who live in Australia. Okay, so that's what we do. So you actually paying the same amount of money as for basic, but you get the club membership online, all master classes, which we run on a monthly basis. You get access completely for free. So it's kind of gives you a certain hint. I already explained that during those master classes, we run the industry analysis, and also I give you the company which I personally invest. So you can invest once a month by just attending those master classes and make money with me together. Okay. Now the third package, it's everything included in the first two, but also it's 6 private sessions. Now I told you already that one session with me, it would be 750 Australian dollars. So 6 sessions, it would be what? $4,500, right? So just sessions. So here, it's everything included. Okay, 6 sessions plus annual membership plus everything else. So it's like you get in these 6 sessions, and then on the top of that, you're going to get all the education and everything for free. Now, I definitely recommend you to take VIP package if you have 100 plus $100,000 plus of investment, because in this particular case, it's much better not to make any mistakes. It's better to start from the beginning. And what we are going to do together with you, you are going to send me what the companies you're planning to buy. I'm going to review them myself prior to the meeting, and then we're going to get together and we're going to discuss it. So it's not like $750 for one meeting. It's actually practically a day of my work, because I'm going to look at your particular portfolio which you have, and I'm going to discuss it with you later. Okay, so we just maybe you need to stay away from those companies. Maybe you have to put more money in this. Maybe you have to add additional strategies to that. All right, guys. These are packages. If you have any questions regarding them, so you do it. It's easier. So the web page to go is just a second. Is this one? So globalinvestmentacademy.com value. So you can go to this page. On this page, so you go to this Global Investment Academy page. So, and then you just go and read it. So if you flip here, you just whatever I already explained you guys, you just go to how to select the perfect companies, how to conduct the screening based on the, so you just twist it, turn it around. So details of financial statements, what you're going to learn, what kind of results you can expect, reasons what you can gain. So you can read about me or about the company. So just look at questions, frequently asked questions. Also what the programs. So you can see specifically what is going to be included. Okay, and here, and then the training packages. So, and if you want to choose one of them, so for example, if you go for VIP, you just click sign up, and you can go through PayPal, you put your credit card, and you can join. Now, if you do this one, so you can sign up, and you go. Now, the only thing I want to tell you straight away, when you're going to join gold package or VIP package, you can read it here, it's written. So after 12 months, so the first year is completely free. Then it's going to charge you $497 for annual subscription. So it's like $40 club meeting. So it's very, very cheap. Usually if you buy separately club membership, it's close to $1,500. Okay, so for annual. So here it would be 1/3 of that, so 30%, if you keep that subscription. Now, if you decide to cancel it, you can cancel it at any time. So you can join this program. And if you wanna not to pay it in the future, so you tried several master classes, if you believe that you can do it on your own, so you can go to PayPal and cancel the subscription. Nobody is going to charge you. Or you can write down email to me and say, Igor, I'm not going to continue to pay for next year. So you can just tell it, and we will cancel. All right. Now, guys, these prices, they valid for the next 11 days. Now you can think about it, and then could join. But I'll tell you next thing. So whoever joins, first 2 people join first, I'm going to add my personal session with you regardless if you pay for VIP, basic or gold. So regardless. So, okay, so for first 2 people, I have my personal, we get together on Skype and we'll chat about your portfolio and you can do it during the educational program, or you can do it after that. So because a lot of people, when they build it up, certain knowledge, and after that, when they invest, that's when they need the session. So you have 6 months since the beginning to use that session. By the way, all the guys, VIP guys, you also have this 6 sessions within the next 6 months. So it's practically 1 session a month. Very, very convenient. So you can do it so you invested, then you got cash, you created the session again. We meet again, we identify the portfolio, then you made money, sold them again, so approach me again, and that's it. So, okay, guys, that's the way it works. So if you want to be part of our community, part of our group, please join. So I would be happy to help you. Okay, Olga paid already. So congratulations, Olga. Very nice to see you. Okay, which one did you pay? Gold one or the VIP one? Okay, so guys, if you have any questions, please ask. I will be more than happy to help you. I know a lot of people who join our community, they change our life. Especially, it's nice to see from Russia because I'm from there. Australia is a perfect place. You won't wish anything better than Australia, right? And when you go to Russia, like some very, very cold areas, and I know quite a few investors, they moved already to different countries because they created the income which can sustain them in different countries. Okay, which is fantastic. That's probably the best thing which I get as a reward from people when they text me and say, Oiger, we live in Bali, or we live in Thailand, we moved to Croatia or Portugal, and they tell me that they live there. It's just really, really amazing, guys. Okay, and that's practically the whole information which I wanted to deliver for you. If you have any questions, please ask. But for me personally, it would be nice if you can put from 0 to 10 how you like the session. And kind of, even if you don't join, at least say something about this. If you say some comments, you can text me later, okay? And we'll work together in the future. All right, and by the way, guys, don't hesitate if you have any questions. Just write it down to the email which you're receiving our correspondence from, to info@globalinvestmentacademy.com, and some of our members will call you and will help you out, okay? Or maybe even I call you and help you out to answer all your questions. Okay, guys, thank you very much. 3 hours, you're very brave to stay until the end. I see you next time. Bye-bye.